Unfortunately, leaking a little bit early because I would have been insanely pumped if I was watching this, on VOD or live. But we have a Mario plus Rabbids sequel coming. It was announced as almost the one last thing in the Ubisoft Forward announcement overnight in the E3 presentation. It's Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope coming in 2022 exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. And they frame it more as a spiritual successor to the game, like spiritual sequel. They want to like take a lot of the gameplay, but then play around with it a little bit and do more. And I have to say, like when just, they showed a cinematic trailer and then also gameplay footage, I've played through and beaten the first game and I loved it. I did find that the gameplay footage, they did say it's alpha footage. Game is coming out in 2022 though. It looked a bit rough to me, honestly. And like I have a bit of a weird theory as to maybe why that's the case. But it looks really, really cool. Awesome characters. They're bringing in Galaxy characters. So you've got Rabbid Rosalina, where they've totally leaned into her, being a total, I don't know how to say it without being too rude, but just very lazy and everything like that. Very opposite to the actual Rosalina character. And this idea of sparks, which are an abomination of Lumas mixed with rabbits, which just
rabbits are abomination. Full stop.
Well, yeah, exactly. But they're just infiltrating the Mario universe. So again, this game, it's going to be like a tactics style XCOM grid game.
It's not. No, it's not.
Okay, go on.
This looks different.
So there's no grid. So they've overhauled the combat system. This is why they are calling it a spiritual sequel. So rather than it taking place within the levels, when you encounter an enemy, you go to a separate small arena, and it plays out more like Divinity Original Sin, where it's still turn-based, but there's no grid to lock you in. And it's limited to, I'm not sure how many party members did you have in the first game?
4 from memory.
So there's 3 in this one.
Okay.
So, and there's 9 playable characters in total. But yeah, no, they've actually changed. They're modifying it a bit. So I guess when they said, spiritual sequel, I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's obviously like a sequel, but that's why. It's because they're changing the mechanics.
Oh, nice.
And Grant Kirkhope has come back for the soundtrack, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love the first game. I thought it was really cool. My theory about the gameplay, so I did, because, playing the first game, it looked really good. I actually think this game, just from what I've seen, doesn't look as good almost as the first game, which is a bit strange given, you're 3 to 4 years later. But I do wonder, and this is crazy speculation, I'll couch that. I do wonder if, there was going to be a Switch Pro announcement. They were going to have like really sexy looking gameplay footage in that bit, running the higher end hardware. And then because the Switch Pro thing hasn't happened, they've got a close relationship with Nintendo, obviously. They're maybe running it on a setting which is more like the Switch rather than a Switch Pro. Because, honestly, to me, the gameplay doesn't look as nice as the first game. It's just my random speculation.
I don't know if it's also the fact that apparently the levels are more open.
Maybe.
And they're not linear paths, so maybe the fidelity has been adjusted to match.
Maybe. But I'm super looking forward to this. I'll be buying this on launch. Love the first game. The expansion was really cool. The Donkey Kong expansion was really cool. And yeah, you guys, I know you're not the biggest fan of it, Mike, but Swinny, is this
I didn't mind it.
Okay. I thought you didn't like the first one.
No, I thought it was really cool. I thought the gameplay was really solid. It didn't run amazingly. I don't know why I expected it to just be a little bit smoother. I don't know. It didn't captivate me enough to continue with it. But it's a solid game. Really, really enjoyable, solid game. So I think I might actually go back into it.
Yeah. I got to correct myself quickly. It's 3 characters.
Yeah, I thought it was 3. Because I remember you start off with the rabbit Peach. Just hilarious.
Yeah, you have a whole host of characters. I can't remember how many, like 10, but you can only pick 3 for battle. I don't know what it was for. I can't remember why. And Swinny, any interest in this or not at all?
Look, no, I'm interested, but I've still got the first game sitting on my shelf over here.
Do you have the first game?
Yet. Yeah, I just haven't played it yet. I also just want to clarify as well that this is only single-player game. There's no co-op in this one.
Okay.
And I don't mind that at all, to be honest, because that's the only way I played the first game, and I was pretty happy with the first game. So, yeah, I'm super
there's
keen.
a co-op mode in the first game.
No, I know that, but I never. I thought I would play that, but I never did, and I was kind of like almost surprised. So I tried it with my wife, and I was like, it's like I don't know. yeah, I don't know, it just didn't click with me. So I'm kind of not surprised. You know, they get a lot of data on that kind of stuff, and they might have seen that, you know, only 5% of people are playing co-op. So, you know, it's a lot of work to implement that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, really looking forward to that. Hopefully it's earlier 2022. Hopefully it's not like holiday 2022, but yeah, we'll find out soon enough. All right, well, why don't we jump into the rest of the quick thoughts around Ubisoft Forward, Swinny?
Yeah, so if anyone has just jumped in this clip, we just talked about Mario Rabbids.